My name's Dan. Dan Bishop. I'm Dan Bishop. It's higher in the church. I'm gonna try to remember all the same jokes. I haven't played a show in like 6 months, so this fucking sucks. I really apologize. But I appreciate all you coming here. I don't know how I managed to tie this absurd knot the moment I walked onto this fucking stage. Anyway, if we could all just hold our left hand in the air as high as we possibly can, And now, look up into this beautiful cloud-filled sky, and just pick one of these shitty clouds. We got real shitty clouds today. Just pick any cloud and point at the cloud that first rings out to you as the physical representation of all your anxiety. So just look at that cloud and think about all your unread emails that you keep marking as unread, and you've read them and you're just never gonna write them back. And think about that thing you wish, think about that. And now just open the palm of your hand and just beckon the cloud to come just slightly closer. And now just imagine the cloud just on the palm of your hand, and all the anxiety is in a dust. Isn't it dust in the palm of your hand? And now just blow all that anxiety into the air, and let's just let all of our anxiety rain down upon everyone in the crowd. And let's just breathe in everybody else's anxiety, all their unread emails and all of their you shouldn't have dated my friend kind of thing, and just breathe all that in. And we're gonna do what trees do to all that disgusting human air, and we're gonna turn our anxiety into that delicious tree air that we love so much. So let's just breathe in all that anxiety, and we're gonna clean it, and we're gonna breathe it out. And as we breathe out, we're gonna go Hakuna Matata. So just Hakuna Matata. So that means no worries. So that we're not gonna have any anxiety. All of us are cured of our long-lasting anxieties that we've had for longer than we've even known the definition of the word. But if ever you're having, what I like to do when I'm having anxiety is I like to think about, I was gonna name I don't need the reverb on for this fucking bit. I was gonna name my last record Hakuna Matata, just so I could, because I assumed Disney actually came up with the phrase rather than just culturally appropriated it like they actually did. But because I really wanted to go to court every day and wake up and be like, I gotta go to the Hakuna Matata trials. It means no worries. Anyway, so my name's Dan. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna trip all over this knot the entire set. All right, cool. We'll just get started. Thanks again for coming. most part, everything's gonna work. Except if at any point my voice is
Not higher pitched.
but significantly lower pitched, then there's a major problem. That's sort of like the symptoms, rather than anyway. Can we form a gigantic circle in the center of this area over here for a dance contest as large as we could possibly make it? Like imagine that, like it's that scene in the beginning of Blue Velvet, and he just found the ear, and for some reason you're a little less comfortable than Kyle MacLachlan's character is, where he's like, oh, look at this is an ear. This is a good distance. I would move that far away from a human ear that I found in a field near my childhood home. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for this person. Could you pick the first contestant of the dance contest, the person who walked out into the center? Takes so much time. Yes, excellent, we have a choice. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for the chooser and the chosen! Gloves, I didn't expect gloves. That's nice, that's a nice touch. Okay, so now that we know we're keeping it classy with the gloves, rule number 1, sassy as fuck at all times. I'm talking about one of those Tweety Bird shirts that's like, not on Mondays, and then like on the little tiny secret inside Tweety Bird's eyes is just a dead Garfield, Tweety Bird's just staring down at it. In mourning, but also Tweety Bird, of course, did it. This knot is just like, oh my, holy shit, this knot. I'm gonna leave it there so it's a hilarious prank on myself, which is basically my whole life. Rule number 1, sassy as fuck the whole time. Rule number 2, when the current, actually, can you pick someone else to join you? Can you pick someone else to join you? Someone you don't know, someone you don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this other person! Same rule number one, sassy as fuck at all times, like you have a secret candle collection that you only show to your closest friends. Rule number 2, this bounce back, it's fucking great. Rule number 2, when the current dancers are done dancing, you're gonna pick the next contestants to replace you, so on and so on and so on. So in about 5 to 10 standard seconds, you're gonna pick someone to replace you. I know what you're thinking. Dan, time's not real, it's just a construct of your reality and my reality, and our realities flow in completely different planes. I used to be on Tumblr. Let's get real, time is fucking real. 5 seconds is short, pick someone, do your best, like, what is love? And then pick someone new. Rule number 3, no cowards. If you get picked, you have to do it. If you don't want to do it, that's perfectly fine. I just wouldn't stand anywhere near the perimeter of this circle. Rule number 4, this side of the field, we'll call this a field, this beautiful field we're at. This side of the field dances as if Game of Thrones is made in a universe devoid of the patriarchy. This side of the field dances as if this building, which used to be one of the only non-sweatshops in the world, could somehow still occupy, except if it wasn't for the immense greed of the board or whatever. Just remember that all the clothes we're wearing are made by slaves. Anyway, is everybody ready? If you're in the front row of the circle, let's just take a knee on this beautiful, beautiful field. The concrete's super clean, that's why they call it the Adult Swim Festival, super clean concrete. All right, cool, this song is, what the fuck song? Let's just do this weird song. This song's called Feedback Number 2. This is a good start, this is a good start.
I put this on there, no one's even there.
Excellent job, everybody! Excellent job! Let's pretend it's dark out, and we like when it's dark out. We're at our buddy's basement, and our buddy's like, friend of mine. I've downloaded FL Studio. I made this shit beat, and I want to dance to it in our basement. My parents are cool if we smoke weed, as long as we clean up when we're done! I think things might actually work. I know there's this area over here, but I had to make a call because of this. I mean, I understand the presence of the moat. Like if I had hurt my leg and it was dark and I was like, oh, if only there were a moat I could be saved in. I'm glad the moat exists. I guess I wish the concept of the moat didn't need to exist, but I'm glad it exists. But I'm gonna do all this shit over here. Just letting you know. That was my long-winded way of saying I'm ignoring you as an audience. I'm sorry, but you all have the expensive, rotting, grain-based drink that so many of us love. But this side of the room, I guess it's also odd because we could do it. Can we, oh God, this knot is gonna just fuck me for the rest of my life. Can we split the field down the middle with half of us on this side of the barricade and half of us on this side of the barricade, but can we get a good 20 feet away from the barricade on both sides? So can this side of the barricade move 20 feet this way? We're gonna put in 5 more barricades. Yes, excellent. Perfect. Precisely as planned. Jamie, are you still next to GSP? GSP, is Jamie over there? Greg, is Jamie next to you? All right, this is perfect. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna do a group interpretive dance, and I have one ringer for this. I have 2 ringers, I forgot. We have Mason Ross to the side where people are drunk. Mason Ross on the drunk side. Ladies and gentlemen, old friend of mine, also doesn't need to be introduced with reverb on, Mason Ross! Foolishly moved from Baltimore to Los Angeles and now has a successful career. Fuck you, Mason. And on this side, Jamie Marsh! Another motherfucker who moved from Baltimore to Los Angeles and now has a career. Burn in hell, both of you! Okay, so we're gonna do it. After I just, told both of my friends that I wish they would die and didn't have careers, let's get back to the party! Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a group interpretive dance. This side of the field, Team Mason drinks a lot, and this side of the field, Jamie prefers acid. So, if Team Mason drinks a lot, including Mason, and Mason doesn't drink that much anymore, if all of us could take one knee down on the ground, the super clean Adult Swim ground, and on this side, the same thing. If everyone on Team Jamie prefers acid, could take one knee down on the super clean ground, they clean it between every set. That's the dedication that Adult Swim has towards this ground. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a group interpretive dance. Think of each side of the barricade as its own human body. And the person in the center, the brain, the rest of us, the muscles and the bones, reacting to the thoughts and the impulses of our brain. So if the person in the center moves up, we move up. They move down, we move down. Hive mind mentality. People in the center, try to maintain eye contact with your team at all times so you know what you're doing is at all achievable by a group of people, especially Mason's side of the field, because it's a beautiful field. Try the movements that large groups of people can do and look good in still photographs placed over the festival that doesn't mention that I'm playing it all in a newspaper or a blog post. At some point, a wave of narcissism or anxiety is going to wash over you like a terrible wave. At that point, pick somebody new to replace you. Teammates, if at any point you feel that you can do a better job than the person in the leadership position, and this is true for all aspects of government, then replace that leadership with yourself. I don't know if it's past I know it was coming up, but if you didn't register to vote, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because the people you hate most in the world, they love to vote. They just vote for fun. They vote just to fuck you up. So anyway, let's follow that mentality. But rather vote for the betterment of other people with an empathetic mindset. So anyway, people in the center, can we strike a pose? Strike a pose. Such similar poses. This is great. This is going to be an equal match because it's a competition now for no reason. And now slowly transition into another pose. Yes, feel those new brains set in. Perfect. This song is called When I Was Done Dying. It's dedicated to the knot in this chord.
When I was done dying, my conscience remained so happy. The strain out a flash made of time, my new fall blasted out, and it startled me so as I burst out a shout, as if my legs ran frantic like birds from a nest. So I ran up till drained, leaving no choice but to rest. So I fell asleep softly in the edge of a cave, but I should have gone deeper, but I'm not so brave like that. I was torn up, thrown in the sky, and set off my parachute to straight up. Die as I crashed down and smashed into dirt. All my skin did totally rain on me, my shirt. Turned the wild tree and that tree grew all firm. Became a seed and that seed was all burnt. Followed me down with my roots and my leaves. This sound ain't higher, this leaves and they laughed out at me and said, what is your plan? But the question was flowing, I could not understand it. And suddenly I ripped up and placed it in my mouth. Slowed me down, now it's time my head south. I said, these two smiling, steaming, their mouths grinning, wildly expressing my needs as they stood there above me, being framed on each side. I felt no need to be, had no reason to hide or hide. Reached up things up, but they faded too soon. And now still remains exactly on toes from the back and now just in my head, silent, look at me, all I went through, silent, I took the
Excellent job, everybody. Excellent job. I I don't know how to utilize it. If anyone feels the initiative to follow the suggested participation on this side, feel free, but I feel like I have to focus over here. Can we get you with your arms crossed? You've got your arms crossed, and you've got, yeah. Could you, and could you pick someone next to you perhaps? Yeah, could you two face each other? Do you two know each other? Yeah, you two. Okay, cool, just making sure. Could you two put both your hands in the air? And can you join them together? Now could, you in the black shirt, could you stay where you are, but you in the white shirt, can you pivot 90 degrees that way? You're the friend, oh, you almost had it, keep your hands together, That's fucking did it! Alright, so here's the deal. No, go back to it. So as soon as the song begins, the rest of us are going to dance through this tunnel right over here, which right now is extremely short because it's just this one segment. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it, all of us over here are going to tunnel over to the other stage over there because this is going to be the last song, and it's going to be like the ending of the credits of a movie that you're leaving during, you're not staying for the rest of the credits, so it's going to slowly fade out until you get over there. So my name's Dan Deacon. Thanks so much for coming. I'm sorry I lost track of time. I should have jammed on that last song. I've got a new record coming out in like 6 months. I have no fucking idea. Just remind me if you see me on the internet, you're like, Dan, why aren't you on the internet? You're so upset that the guy who writes Game of Thrones isn't writing a new Game of Thrones. Even you don't read the books or like the show, but it still bothers you. That's what you're doing. And just remember, Reddit is the social media. So anyway, as soon as the song begins, we're gonna go through this tunnel, and when we get to the end of the tunnel, we're gonna become a segment of the tunnel. Just a reminder, and this is true in all aspects of life, don't touch strangers, that's called assault. So as they go through the tunnel, don't touch anybody, that's called assaulting somebody. No one gave you consent to touch them like that. The only consent anyone's giving by going through this tunnel is having their hands held in the air like this. Just a reminder to all the perverts in the audience or people who might not be aware that they're perverts. So, and that's true for all aspects of life. Don't touch strangers. Just a rule to just put it on the books. Hopefully, it'll actually get put on the books, but now that people control the books are perverts, I don't think it's gonna happen. I guess the people who've always controlled the books are perverts. Anyway, I only got a few more minutes, so as soon as it begins, we're gonna go through this tunnel over here, we're gonna take it over to the other stage. Thanks to Nick Rutherford for calling me Dan Bishop. My name's Dan Bishop. I'm gonna start playing the beginning of a new song and I'm gonna stop. Thanks so much for coming. Alright, chaos reigns, through the tunnel. Excellent, this is gonna take like 45 years. But once you get through the tunnel, you reform the line. Once you get through the tunnel, you become a segment of the tunnel. If you think you understand, yes, it's starting to happen. Perfect. For those of us that aren't in the tunnel yet, can we please get a round of applause to all the people who put this festival together? All the crew on both stages, all the security, all the volunteers, all the people that have been here since the sun has been not even in the sky, and will be here probably until the sun goes down. Please the loudest round of applause you can to all the people who put this festival together. This song's called Ark, but it will be renamed.
meow, meow, meow.